Hey, what's up, Toy Fam and Marvel Legend fans? Welcome back to HP Dad TV, your one-stop shop for sweet toys, nerdy nostalgia, and a lot of pop culture. Alright, today we're gonna be diving into the one and the only, the X-Men 97 Rogue. This is from the Marvel Legend lines, right? And yes, we've been waiting for this since we've heard the iconic theme music, right? And I'm glad that they reissued this figure. So yeah, I wasn't able to get this one when they first released it, but during the reissue, I was able to get one. So that's a good thing. So is she gonna absorb your heart with her powers? Maybe absorb your wallet? Most definitely, right? Alright, so let's crack this retro card open, check all the pieces, and find out if Rogue is just one of the best or just a meh and mutant Snickers. Alright, let's go. But before we remove him from the clamshell, right, let's look at the packaging. So Hasbro really nailed the nostalgia on this one with the retro X-Men 97, right? It's a bold black and mustard yellow, and then you can in the window you can see Rogue in full classic costume, X-Men 97, right? Yellow boots, green jacket, green and yellow bodysuit, right? And then the Rogue I grew up is the one with the streak of hair in the movies, but this one is not just a streak, but there's a lot of white hair on top, okay, which really says I'm weird, powerful, and I know it. And then on the back you can see Rogue also, and also the other figures that came with this wave. Okay, alright, so my first impression when I saw this, it's definitely mint in card or mint on card, right? But let's be real, a lot of us, we're gonna, if we have the budget, we're gonna buy two, right? Keep one sealed and then keep one open to play. Right? But this one I only have one. So but for this video we're gonna open it and see. So right, so I found my handy small cutter. So let's open this slowly. And there you go. Alright, so we were able to unleash Rogue out of the blister prison. Okay, and that was quite hard but really satisfying. And then yeah, as you can see, very simple. Well, most of the X-Men 97 and also a lot of figures that are in the retro card are very basic, right? So they usually come with a little to none accessories, and then just the figure. Okay, so let's pull her out. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, look at that, look at that. Alright, so pulling her out, the sculpt is really crisp. Look at that. The colors are popping. The green belt, the green jacket again, right? Yellow and green suits. Classic Rogue, amazing. Alright, so now let's talk about the details and the sculpt. So this Rogue is quite serving. My gosh, look at that. The head sculpt, classic, confident, and just a hint of sass, like she knows she can absorb your power and your will to argue. That iconic white hair, it's bold, it's clean, and it doesn't smear paint, which is quite nice. That's a win, right? So the green jacket, the yellow and green suit has a gorgeous matte finish, right? And then the gold or the yellow shine just enough without being shiny too much. The yellow gloves, the yellow boots are crisp as well. No weird yellowing, no smear paint, paint bleed, paint chip, right? This is amazing, right? Even the sculpt on her suit, right? The wrinkles, it's quite perfect. It's amazing. The jacket, right? It cannot be removed. Well, right? The paint apps are very sharp. Amazing. And then luckily there's no QC issues for this one. And so if we're just rating it with regards to paint job alone, then yeah, I'll display this with pride. This is quite amazing. Even the scope of the hands, look at that. And oh, she's holding a, if you look at this one, she's holding a glove here. So, and then because of the accessory there, right, she has another hand that doesn't have the glove, so which this one is for. So she's ready to absorb your power. Right? Good job. This is a great job, Hasbro, with this one. Okay. Alright, so now let's look at the articulation, right? Because well, for Rogue, she doesn't have that much accessories, right? So she fights really tough, and making her posable, right, would be a very great job for this figure. Okay, so let's look at the head, up and down, left and right, right? Shoulders, butterfly joint. Is it butterfly joint? Not really. Right, no, see, I can see it's not a butterfly joint. You can pull up and down, and then only a bit. And then of course she has elbow, double jointed elbow, and knees. There you go. Same as the other one. Right? That would be weird if they didn't do it on both. There you go. Right, and then hip. Oh, she has not really an ab crunch, but abdomen here. Yeah, only a bit. She doesn't have waist swivel, right? No, which makes it limited a bit. But she does have this one, thigh articulation. And then as mentioned, the double jointed knee, and then she has that ankle rockers, right? And it's quite tight, which is good. All right. So if I had to pick a weak point, right, maybe this part is not that articulated, right? But not a deal breaker, right? Still, for display and posing, she's still quite a top tier figure. All right. So and then yeah, nothing much with the accessories, just two alternate hands. One closed with glove, one open palm without the gloves, ready to absorb. Right, so I didn't see any effect pieces, like no energy blast, no lighting effects, right? But honestly, Rogue's power is flare plus punch, right? No glow effects or anything, right? she just hits very hard and fights really good. Okay. Alright, for scale, yeah, Rogue is, of course, a standard for Marvel Legends. They're 112, which is 6 inches. She doesn't want to stand. Yeah, just put it there for a while. And so she's gonna stand quite nicely with all the other X-Men 97 figures, or maybe not just the 97, but all the other Marvel Legends as well. So if you're doing a full display of an X-Men 97 shelf, well, Rogue is quite essential, and this version really gives you a solid value for as long as you pick it up while it's still available, because man, it's so hard to get this figure. They're rising up the prices. Alright, so as I mentioned, my verdict, well, this figure, this Marvel Legend X-Men 97 Rogue is definitely a must have, not only for the fans of the show, but for the fans of this era, or just a fan of all strong women who loves to punch stuff. Again, the sculpt is strong, paint job is sharp, articulation is great, and of course the nostalgia is quite real. Okay, again, minor negatives, well, the abdomen crunch or waist swivel, it's not there, but no deal breaker. Effect pieces, only those two, but Rogue really doesn't need it, so right. Okay, but I was able to get this for the retail price, which is around what, $24.99. I believe this one's, the price right now is quite up on that one. Okay, which really hits hard for collectors. Okay, if I have to give this a rating, of course this goes 9 out of 10. Okay, she's really that good. Okay, even if you have all the other versions of Rogue, like the one from Juggy Wave, which I believe is the first one that we love, right? But now it's hard to get that one, it's very expensive. And all the other versions, there's a new one also, the Savage Land, right? This one still is one of the classic, because not only it's a good figure, but it's also from the animated, it has that animated series flair, right? Okay, so that's it for now. If you've enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to ring that bell button so that you won't miss any of our unboxing video. Alright, so comment down below what pose will you put Rogue in, which version of Rogue do you have, and which mutant do you like that she absorbs the power. Alright, so this is again HP Dad TV, reminding you to always have fun, stay safe, and always stay awesome. Bye guys. Bye.